Okay, welcome to Racing Circles, Thursday the 23rd of November 2017. Doing a preview for the races on Saturday the 25th of November. Had a look at, got a few horses to follow in Rosehill and the main meeting in Melbourne, which is Ballarat. So we do apologise for having to do the form on the Thursday. Don't always like to do it then. Like to do it at least the Friday afternoon, where the market has been up for some time. So when I do quote, the odds they are for today. So they can come in, they can go out. So okay, racing at Rosehill Gardens. It's currently good for rails in the true. First start of the week, it said there was going to be rain. It looked like all day was going to be rain on Saturday, but now the Weather Bureau is saying that it'll be sunny and a lovely day. So we're straight off to, or actually first up, you got the 2-year-olds in the race one. The Snowden pair of Cosimo and California Surprise. They've been working extremely well. They worked together on Tuesday. You're probably going to say Cosimo's a little bit ahead of California Surprise, but they're both two nice Colton filly. So but if you're going to back them with a little confidence. Race 3, looking at 1800 metres, benchmark 87. The one that stood out for us was the 6, Gambler's Blues. Be mindful that the 7 Ribeyes dual nommed here at Rosehill and at Ballarat. So it might reduce the numbers in this field. If you see the last start of Gambler's Blues, to the eye you would have thought he had won. But as you see there, 0.1 of a length to Wayanka. But we think he's well weighted. Looked perfect last start, perfectly drawn this time in. Has the senior jockey in Hieronymus, although Vanderwerf did a brilliant job last start, not knocking her. But on the 54 kilo barrier 4 with Hieronymus on, there's no reason to jump off him yet. So he's currently at $7.50. So let's hope he's repeating that performance. Okay, race 4. Well, there's a few sort of horses that sort of stick out here. I won't go through them all. However, the one we've settled for is Paul Perry, number 5, Conchita. She, I should say, has come back up from a few runs in Melbourne, or basically this whole prep in Melbourne, in group company. This is lesser grade than that. I'll just show you, actually, last start, which was Group 3. I'll show you the whole race. It's 1100 metres. Did a lot wrong in the run. You'll see her pulling her head off. Just trying to race too hard, too early. And then only finishes not far from the winner and the second horse, Savannah Amore, which we've tipped before and we have a big opinion of. And she's won group races already and will win a Group 1 soon enough. So Conchita's jumping out of the 10 here. Have a watch and see what you think.
Sit at the 1100. All clear given. Stills back racing.
So a little bit of interference there out the barrier too.
Fountain on the outside as one of the initial leaders. They're coming up the centre for the time being. Desert Lashes out well. Shy Dell has outsped them though in the first 200 metres and leads clearly. Shy Dell by a couple of lengths, Desert Lashes, and also Lake Como. Zestful behind them with Concealer, Nieta and Layuba from Crystal Fountain, Savannah Amore, Written Era, and at the end of the field, Conchita. So heading towards the 600 metres.
It's racing a bit keenly there for one in blinkers, but blinkers stays on for tomorrow, for Saturday.
This entire field racing about 5 horses off the inside running rail. Behind the speed is Concealer and Zestful, and no
Looks like I was going to make a run there, interfered again by that horse in the Blaze. Then starts going, but the others have got a better run than she does.
Concealer chiming in, and Layuba on the outside.
Also drifts out on the track too.
Layuba, Nieta in the middle, and Savannah Amore. It's a big finish. Layuba and Concealer, they go together with Savannah Amore ahead by Layuba, I reckon.
It only finishes a length and a bit off from the Luba, the winner, and Savannah Amore. Excuses for the run, I think. So currently $10. So I'll be taking some of that now and have a look on Saturday what she comes up. Race 6. Actually, I just saw then I didn't mention how we went last week. Obviously, the best bet, Crystal Dreamer, got up. Some unlucky placings there, so keep following. Race 6, 1400 metres, benchmark 90. Again, this is a race where Yanka comes into this race, Just Dreaming. Those are the ones that stand out. Zumbalina, number 2, which we've settled on. Just basically everything. Just perfect at the track, perfect at the distance, perfect at the track and distance. Only goes up a little from last start, but got the senior rider and Blake Shin, 58.5, barrier 10, which is probably the only concern. But I reckon this race is set up beautifully for her, so she's currently a $4.20 pick. Not the favourite though, and hopefully she doesn't come into favourite. As you know, we don't like tipping favourites here. I'd go close to saying she'd be the bet of the day. I'm fairly confident there. Just some others. Don't have much confidence here with this classic. Looks like a highway race, I think, but they've named it the Country Classic. The one with most of form here is the 12 Bronze Venom, but throw a dart at any of them. Coglier hasn't come up since last prep. Bronze Venom has probably got the form of most horses in the race, having won a Class 3 highway at Randwick. However, this is over a bit further than that, over the 2,000 metres. But I think he looks the standout just on face value. He's currently $6.50. Probably take a bit of that too. Race 9. One of these horses that it's over the 1583 benchmark. This is the last chance we're going to give him. Last start was a little bit more disappointing than previous 2 starts. His high missed. Has the senior jockey on in Glyn Schofield. Barrier 9 only drops, last start carried 54, carries 56.5 now. If he runs to the performance of that 3rd at Randwick and then the 1st in obviously lesser grade, Colts Geldings Antis at Warwick Farm, where he won, he'd go very close here. And he's currently $15. So, last chance we're giving him. That's Rosehill for ya. Go to Ballarat. Don't have many here. It's a good track at the moment. Roll out 3 metres, 600 metre mark through the remainder. 600 metre mark to the winning post through the remainder. Found in race 1 here, benchmark 78. We tipped it over the Melbourne Cup week is the 9 Love Days, which ended up getting scratched. So, do have an opinion of her. So, perfectly drawn, perfectly weighted. This is a replay from her last start, which was against some good company. You got Deja Blue and a few others in the field. This is her here, white cap and the red and black stripe.
Alastra, who's searching around them 4 and 5 deep. Then Love Day's Feast, Champagne, Taikiato, Divine Chills, Motown.
So it looks a chance there.
And Jasoni, it's another Diamond and Deja Blue approaching
gets
the
a wall in front of her. Interference there.
On the outside. Deja Blue takes the lead momentarily. Crystal Fountain, Alakazam, then
ended it for her.
Deja Blue at the 100 from Crystal Fountain, trying hard. Deja Blue,
but then
Crystal
hits the
Fountain,
line pretty
Jasoni
well after
from the
that.
clouds. They go to the line. Jasoni on the inside,
Deja Blue have some good horses going around at the moment. So.
A big go. Then Alakazam, Ritnera. Further back in the field, Motown Lil.
So she's on here. She's on a length and a bit from him. So she's currently $4 on the tote. There was one I wanted to mention in race 2 is the 16 Club Tropicana. However, jumping from barrier 17 isn't going to be any mean feat, but you get a chance to look at the replay. Her replay last start wins by 4 lengths at Sale. Looked pretty impressive, so we're going to stay out of that though. Only got 2 others here. Race 7. One of our favourites down in Melbourne. It's over the 1400 metres, benchmark 84, 7 Urban Ruler. Looked a little bit out of place in the Greys race in Melbourne Cup week. Just finishing behind them. This is a little bit less a grade than that race, which he looks suited to. Perfectly drawn. Nice. Diesel only goes up a kilo from last start, and we know how well he won first up at Geelong, so always had an opinion of him. We think he's the best horse in the race and perfectly positioned for this race to win, I think. Currently $5 on the tote. And just quickly, if it wins, we'll take it as a tip. If it doesn't, it's not a tip. Is in the Ballarat Cup, race 8, number 1, Antonio Giuseppe. Just think, it's a listed race, it's down in grade, like it's been racing the Crystal Mile Group 2, Group 1 Metrop, and hasn't been far off them. This is 2,000 metres, or Group 3, Kingston Town, like, he's all class, and he's well above average, he's a group horse, so just going on class itself, I would put him in my selections, definitely. Currently $5.50. So that's all we have. Had a quick look at Brisbane, but nothing like there. A few good horses starting to travel up there. They got that sprint series in the summer. A few alright horses coming back, but we'll leave it at that. So good luck and happy punting. If you want to tune in or send us a message, send us on Twitter at Racing Circles. Like I've said before, hopefully that website's going to be up in the next few weeks, so we'll let you know. Stay tuned. Good luck, good punting.